Zoe Brooks has been excellent for the Wolfpack, taking care of the basketball, coming up late in games, as has this player here, Madison Hayes, right off the bat.
Rounds working on blobs based on out of bounds. Coaches want to see execution here.
James, couple of ball fakes to get herself the look she wanted, leading scorer for the Wolfpack, averaging 17 per game. There's Matilda Eck, coming off an excellent shooting performance on the road in that win at Pittsburgh, was 4 of 7 from 3. What kind of energy does NC State come out with in this game? It's looking good so far as Saniya Rivers had to weather the storm really their last couple of games. They were down 10 at the half on the road at Syracuse. That was their largest deficit, and how about it? I think Aziaha James is feeling it tonight. Hokies trying to get into their offense now. 10 to shoot. Wenzel does the honors.
That opposite pressure on NC State.
Brooks spinning in the lane for 2. Early in the first. Baker dishes off for the open look inside for Misha.
Baker, shot clock winding down. Attack the paint, find a teammate.
From behind the back for Brooks. Oh, they're breaking out all the tricks early in Raleigh. Great success with this Virginia Tech team. Hayes, strong to the basket, and 1!
Whenever they want. Madison Hayes, a tough finish. NC State up big early.
What does Virginia Tech need on this end, Kelly? That sure helps their cause.
The great move from here.
Hokies shot the ball very well from deep. They hit 13 of their 26 three-point attempts in their win at Pitt. James stepping it back.
See him. Here's another look at that Aziaha James step back. Oh my goodness, the crossover. Made sure she got her feet behind the line. She created so much separation with the crossover.
Misha working with her left. Trigger, the freshman, has done a nice job defensively. James. I mean, when these NC State guards play like this, you look at them and go, I had this NC State team on the road on Thursday night at Syracuse. It could not look or feel more different than what that game looked like for the Pack. Hayes off and running.
And Madison Hayes, 3 straight double-doubles coming into this game. She's active, she's all over the floor, gets out whenever they want at this point in the game.
And you said it has to start on this end for Virginia Tech. Instead, it is Brooks.
At this point, if you're Virginia Tech, I think you have to sprinkle in some zone. You're just struggling so much to stay in front.
Rivers smiling all the way to the basket after she took it away.
And there's Saniya Rivers in the passing lanes. NC State's done a great job of getting up and deny, being in those
line, and Wenzel really having to step up and lead this Virginia Tech team this year. James drains the 3, her second of the first quarter. Already in double digits. That makes it 29 straight games dating back to last season for James. Baker has her first points of the game for Virginia Tech. Excellent start for the home team. Let's see how Virginia Tech responds. Goes Misha not on the floor with those 2 fouls, and they immediately turn it over. James, no slowing her down. She has 14.
That energy defensively. And they're so long and talented. If they bring the energy defensively, it's going to be a problem.
That's a long 2 for Karis Baker. Like a team that NC State does. So, how do you counter that? They've found a way. Look at Lonnie White, the transfer from Utah. Had it taken away, though. Madison Hayes said, not in my house. Back to James, who just cannot be stopped.
They're at 32 for Miami. Taniya Laxon, game winner. And she wanted a piece of it.
Good hands inside by Baker. Has equaled Virginia Tech's point production as a team in this game. Brooks, couple of crossovers. Watch me go to work. Wells, 5 on the shot clock for the Hokies. Nelson takes a long 3 and knocks it down. Well, James has cooled off just a tad since she couldn't be touched. Eck crossed over to her right. And the follow-up good from Baker. Patty Cox also out there for NC State. There's Jones. Turnaround good.
What a tough shot.
Has been much more competitive. In fact, has outscored NC State by a point in the second quarter, but obviously in quite a hole after that explosive first quarter from the Wolfpack. Baker in a row in this series. They've swept the last 2 seasons against the Wolfpack. That is an easy look inside for Trieger, courtesy of the pass from Rivers. Rose Misha on the bench, as we've talked about, double-digit scorer for this pretty balanced Hokie team. Nice move by the freshman, Layla Wells. Rivers.
I'm very impressed with this move. The whole time I'm thinking, okay, I feel like this is a bold move by Layla Wells to go right at Saniya. Another 7 points for NC State would make it feel a lot more difficult for Virginia Tech.
Beautifully executed inbounds by Virginia Tech, and Wenzel on the floor for the Wolfpack. Aziaha James leading the way with 18 points, and Madison Hayes doing her part on both ends of the floor.
Events for the Hokies.
Yeah, just seconds into this third quarter, she goes back to the bench. Hayes to the basket. Will go to the line for one more. Zoe Brooks committed the foul, her second on the play. Rivers, boy, she can't have that much space. An inch is all it takes, and Rivers.
She's at the rim. She has that quick of a first step. She's that athletic.
Tough drive and good finish from Carleigh Wenzel. That 1,000 mark has been hovering over Saniya. Last couple of games, she's been in single digits. Oh, what a pass! Up and over the head from Aziaha James.
From Zaza, you did not know that was coming. Look, Tilda Trieger didn't even know it was coming, but she did catch it and put it in.
James. You want to know what confidence looks like right now? Just watch number 10 in white.
Make her take mid-range. And that's what Virginia Tech did, and she still knocks it down.
20 points for James to go along with 4 assists. Back door open for Lonnie White. Trieger to Rivers. Pulls up. Yes!
X, Y, and Z. This is what happened there. You can't do that. But she's not going to harbor on it. She's not going to say something that's going to kill Misha's confidence. But obviously, the issue that it's presented for Virginia Tech to not have Misha, frankly, for most of this game, Jen, with that foul trouble.
Yeah. Maya White, number 22, out on the floor now, along with Nelson off the bench for Virginia Tech.
5 or 6 players, and then you've got to go to the portal. You bring in a few freshmen. It's so hard in your first year to truly build the depth that you need to compete in the ACC.
James making it look easy off the assist from Brooks. Right now, playing well, winners of 11 of their last 12, 4 in a row. Rivers with the pull-up, now has 13. And this is a team that plays loose. Woo-hoo! Saniya Rivers took matters into her own hands there defensively. In warm-ups, that is just who they are, and Zoe Brooks told us that earlier. So, you know, sometimes we come off as a little bit lackadaisical, but maybe like they're not that. Wide open look for James, not going to miss that.
She did it again.
What is Aziaha James going to pull out next? Going with her left, Baker. A credit one for Virginia Tech defense right there. Wells just manages to come away with it for Virginia Tech. Wenzel got the 3.
Big bucket from Carleigh Wenzel. Great job setting her feet on that pass and knocking it down in transition.
This afternoon, final say of the third quarter might go to Wenzel, but it is the Wolfpack in the lead as we
teams. You look at those road games, the ranked teams plus Florida State, who's playing really good basketball and might be ranked soon enough with the way they're playing. We've got a real challenge coming up, and we'll learn a lot about NC State in February.
Yeah, we will. Nice drive there by Wenzel. Jones back on the floor for NC State. Westmore, in fact, going to a lot of players off his bench. Quigley, Cox, Collier all out there, along with Jones and Rivers. Baker.
Building, but I've been impressed with the showings from Wenzel and Baker.
Rivers Adds a couple more to her stat line. 15 in the game for Saniya.
That's going to be fun to watch.
A matchup. Play for K February 3rd here on Monday. Wolfpack do have a road game in between on the road at Wake.
So that game will be massive for top 4 seed implications, for double bye in the ACC tournament. Bragging rights, obviously, because these schools are only a few miles apart, but for so many reasons, that's a massive matchup. Some experience in ACC play and just resting some of your starters. A lot of teams don't have that luxury of having a Zam Jones. Zam Jones just hit that 3.
The starters to the bench, to Saniya Rivers' 1,000 points, to Aziaha James going off just after she was named to the Wooden mid-season list. Zoe Brooks leading the team in rebounding. Well, no call on that play. That gives a wide open shot from Carleigh.
Made a good entry pass. For NC State to achieve what they want to achieve and make a deep run in March, I think you're going to need to see more Zam Jones as she's coming back from the injury. It's good for her to get minutes right now for NC State.
Baker. Jones all the way to the rim.
Like Ivory. He's just ready to, he's made for this moment. But that UNC Cal game, that's probably the best game of Thursday night. I'm very interested in that. And Jen, one overall thing I'm interested in the ACC, the travel, 2 road games against 2 good teams. Which teams can go out there and go undefeated? I'm curious to see who can do it.
Yeah, that's a great point. So get ready to stay up late with our Nothing But Net crew on Thursday. From an NC State perspective in this game, when you see this Wolfpack team play the way they did tonight, and a little icing on the cake from Collier, by the way.
Play Notre Dame, but also in the NCAA tournament. This is a team that last year started the year unranked and made the Final Four. They have the amount firing. They are so difficult to stop.
Cale Peterson is given some good minutes off the bench for Megan Duffy this season. 4 in a row in the series. That is no more, as the Wolfpack have now won 12 of their last 13 this season. 5 in a row. They improved to 8-1 in conference play.